Yeah. Rex, and also too, he's good friends with Patrick Mutombo. So he's very familiar with Masai. He's got a relationship with him. We tried to kick his butt as much as we could when I was in Dallas, and he was in OKC. So, it's a small league when it comes to relationships, but it's always good to have a guy like Rex who's coached him, who's been with him in the trenches, and knows how he reacts under pressure in certain situations. So all those factors are very important. But again, we still, once we do get back together, it's not like it's going to be a magic wand. We still got, some working to do to get back, get our rhythm back, get our defense somewhat, righted, and get our offensive rhythm and combinations together. So it's not going to be just like one game, boom, we're back just because Serge walks in the door. It's huge help. Don't get me wrong, but he's not alone the savior. It's everybody collectively pulling together.
Hey, Coach, you talked about continuity being huge for you guys. How tough is it as a coach mid-season to add someone who's probably going to be a starter and just get him acclimated and just adjust everyone?
Well, terminology is always important. I think that's the most important thing, is getting him up to speed with terminology. I'm sure he's seen everything we've done, that we do offensively and defensively, but the terminology from Orlando, OKC, whatever team he's played with is the difference. And in any team, communication is the number one thing. You got to be able to communicate to your teammate what's going on, and the terminology is something he's going to have to pick up quicker than anything else. Skill-wise, the pick and roll defensive schemes, the switching, the blues, the weaks, the strongs, all that stuff he's going to pick up quickly. But the terminology of those things, well, is that a weak or is that a strong, is that a blue or ice? Well, so those are the things he's got to pick up, and he's a smart player, so it won't take him very long.
You mentioned the defensive he's kind of going down. He doesn't seem to be the same defensive player he was at his peak.
In what way? Shot blocking?
Yeah, shot blocking, and some of you mentioned defensive numbers going down maybe because teams are going small. What do you see that in his game that still can help you defensively?
Well, the thing is for us, if he goes to the 5 position, he's going to be closer to the basket. I think now he's been utilized in the right way as far as having to guard some of the wing players, some small forwards out on the wing, or the shooting forwards that are stretched out on the floor. And it's very difficult to get a guy to go from out there to the rim to block shots, and that could be a reason. I'm assuming that's the reason. But the game has changed so much where I think in his younger days at OKC, he was more in the paint. And but his game has really evolved. Every year he's gotten better with his skill set, and it has allowed him to evolve out in the court.
How much have you allowed yourself to think about possibilities, combinations, lineups?
A little bit today, last night, a little bit after we finally got him, Michael, a little bit. I think it's going to be good for us both ways, defensively, offensively. Again, one guy's not going to be a magic wand. It's going to be everybody collectively pulling together and doing their job. But I think everything will fall in place. And because as you can see, when you pull one thread out, it has a rattling effect. And so getting him put in there, getting Pat back into the second unit, getting that back to a semblance of normalcy is going to be very important for us.
Can he in some ways make Jonas better?
Yes. He communication, talking, the confidence he's going to have defensively, the ability to rebound, the ability for guards not to say, I'm going to go up and run up into Serge Ibaka's chest. That's not going to happen. And that's huge. And, he gives us that physical presence in the paint along with JV that's going to be useful to us.